What is going on, cryptocurrency investors? Welcome back to Crypto Review Central. A lot has happened in the entire cryptocurrency market over the last month, so let's get started bringing you up to speed. We've fallen from the stable $200 billion support level that we were stuck at for months. Some were calling that the bear market, but we have finally entered what is, in my opinion, the final stage of this bear market that is likely to extend for at least another couple of months, if not another year. Yes, I am seeing market experts talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency being bearish for some time to come, although that is mere speculation. Just like Tim Draper and Tom Lee have said that Bitcoin is going to increase in value some 10 to 25x on top of what it already has achieved. But in the last week, we've seen some deep retracements. Traditional markets also suffered, but they've regained some of that steep loss. Posting 1,500 points in one day for traditional markets is amazing, and they just did that. The cryptocurrency markets, however, are non-correlative towards traditional finance, and as such, we have deepened this retracement. Could it be because the SEC has officially delayed the Bitcoin ETF as proposed by SolidX and Van Eyck until February 27th? Or could it be the largely speculative price manipulation digging prices very low in order for large conglomerates to accumulate more of a particular asset prior to making some significant Bitcoin futures listings and or any other institutional traffic that's largely anticipated to be coming into the space in the very near future? A lot of industry experts are saying that the next big rally is going to be institutionally driven, but again, as usual, everything is speculative. Nobody does know the future, and all we can do is continue to monitor these markets. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We release multiple videos every week, bringing you up to date in what's happening in this market. There's a lot that happens every day. Every asset is getting its own set of developments, and here you can find hand-picked articles and news stories that are important to this space. Turning on post notifications lets you know every time we upload a video. And let's start tonight by looking at Tron TRX. With a cult-like following, with Justin Sun being a pioneer on Twitter, currently at 1 cent with just under $1 billion in total market cap. 24-hour volume is dismal when compared to some of its pumps at $58 million, and we continue to find lower lows. Despite that though, development continues. TRX recently experienced a double exchange listing as it starts trading on Bitmart and ABCC. Also, ABCC, that we announced last week, has an epic bounty program. So follow Justin Sun on Twitter to keep yourself up to date with that, or go check out ABCC for yourself. Bitmart also offers 161 trading pairs and is providing full fiat support until the end of 2018. This is one of the biggest TRX bounties that I've ever seen. It's one of the biggest cryptocurrency bounties that I've seen. There's also an awesome Stellar Lumens bounty that's currently going on. But for now, we're going to focus on Tron. By now nearly tripling Ethereum's transaction numbers and more announced in Tron's weekly report. Definitely one of the most actively followed blockchain protocols is Tron TRX. Recently published its 46th weekly report on December 3rd, touching on Tron's single-day transaction number reaching a new milestone. TRX was listed on another exchange like I just mentioned, and they were covered in the media a whole lot as per the usual, gaining 4,000 new followers as a result. Tron continues to gain more ground, attracting more users to its platform and inching closer to gaining widespread adoption. In addition, they have announced a new $100 million gaming fund. Their mission is to bring blockchain to the mass market. Games led the way to make smartphones and virtual reality more accessible. Now it's happening with blockchain. Tron continues to expand, despite not really getting much daily volume. Development remains rampant in a number of assets not limited to Tron. EOS is pumping significantly today, and there's many more news stories that are very bullish. First up, we have NASDAQ, the world's second largest stock exchange, has confirmed that they will be launching Bitcoin futures sometime in 2019, pending CFTC approval. That's the same as the Van Eyck and SolidX, which is a huge obstacle to market experts. However, NASDAQ is confident that they are going to be able to list Bitcoin futures and should launch in the first half of 2019. They were quoted saying that they got into blockchain 5 years ago when the technology first landed on their radar. They've put a hell of a lot of capital and energy into delivering the ability to enter this space, and they've been all over it for a long time. way before this market went in turmoil, likely before the big run-up of 2017, which should reinstate your long-term anticipation that this space will continue to grow, and that not only Bitcoin but many assets in the top 100 will be viable assets over the next 5 to 10 years. Despite being red for some weeks now, overnight cryptocurrency markets, namely some of the altcoins like EOS and Tron, along with a number of assets that are being considered for Coinbase like XRP and Stellar Lumens, along with Cardano, combined to a total of $8 billion being injected over this past weekend. Bitcoin is closing in on 3,700 after an 8.5% rise, which is recovering from its low a little under 3,300 earlier this week, in what can be seen right now as the height of this bear market. Although I'm seeing a lot of talk of Bitcoin falling sub $2,000 levels, although that is just speculation just as much as this $3,300 low being the complete bottom is speculation as well. It's not clear what's behind this recent surge, although various users on Reddit have been pointing out that Square's Cash App is currently the #1 app in the App Store. Bobby Lee tweeted, "If history repeats itself perfectly, then the current bear market for Bitcoin would bottom out at 2,500 next month in January, and then the next rally would start in late 2020. It peak in December 2021 at $333,000, then crash back down to $41,000 in January of 2023, something like that question mark. Right now, most altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin, although that is subject to change and subject to change very quickly. The bottom line is nobody knows the future of this space. It is very emerging and very much in its infancy. We are witnessing a complete paradigm shift, one that I personally hope completely takes over and replaces not only traditional fiat, but traditional computer programming. Blockchain is far superior, and companies are starting to realize that with capital. They're putting their money where their mouth is, and in adopting cryptocurrencies, I hope overall it helps reduce corruption. I'm very bullish on the long-term possibility of this space becoming what it is capable of, transforming respective industries like nothing before it. This is a global paradigm shift, the likes of which we've never seen, and one that I'm likely never to see again in my lifetime. Much like the dot-com boom, or any other significant paradigm shift that has occurred in entertainment, the shift from rentals to on-demand video streaming, the future of this space continues to be laid every day. Continue to follow our content here at Crypto Review Central to help keep you up to date. And if you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out anytime we upload a video. And hang in there. Continue to fight this good fight. I do really believe that we are onto something big, and I will see you all in the next video.